What's up, everybody? Welcome to Juniority. My name is Mona, and today I'm extremely excited to introduce you to 18-year-old entrepreneur Gabrielle Jordan. To meet her, we are flying you all the way to Bowie, Maryland. Gabby, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Mona. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So, Gabrielle, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am an entrepreneur. I started my business, Jules of Jordan, a jewelry company, when I was 9 years old. And I went on from there to write my first book, The Making of a Young Entrepreneur, or first book for now, The Making of a Young Entrepreneur, The Kid's Guide to Developing the Mindset for Success, and that's #1 Amazon bestseller. I'm also an international speaker, as well as the co-founder of the Excel Youth Mentoring Institute.
You are unreal. You know that? That's amazing. That's
Thank you
so
much.
cool. Tell me how your first business, Jules of Jordan, came about.
I've always really loved jewelry. I mean, much like many girls do when they're young, they are very attracted to the sparkly things. But for me, it wasn't so much about having the pieces. It was more about what I could do with it. I think it was around 7 years old is when I would get little pieces, little broken pieces I'd find outside, or, something my mom would let me have, my grandmother would let me have. Next month, it all already been taken apart and turned into something new, because that's what I just always did with everything. So when I was 9 years old, I got started in the business, made it a real thing, and then started selling it, and then things really blossomed from there.
That's really incredible. So, Gabrielle, you wrote your first book, The Making of a Young Entrepreneur, at 11 years old, and which is around the same time, shortly after that, you did your first paid speaking engagement. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when I was 11, I wrote my first book, The Making of a Young Entrepreneur, A Kid's Guide to Developing the Mindset for Success. And people started asking, once the book got out, it became a bestseller and all of that. Once that got out, people started asking me to start speaking. And initially, I was not really into it, but I was convinced to go for it. And so, first time around wasn't very good, needed a lot of practice, and I got there. I think 12 years old was when I really got that professional speaking career. That's when I was really into it and really had my feet. But yeah, it was an interesting journey to kind of get through there, because fear was such a big factor in it all. And, putting yourself out there and doing something that you never expected you would do was something that was very extreme, especially being so young, being 11, 12. It's a big change and a big, hit. So it was definitely something that was exciting once I got my feet on, and then people were really drawn to the story and the message, and they were inspired by it. And that's what really inspired me to keep going with it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Speaking about fear, because you talk about fear in a lot of your speaking engagements, what role does it play in the life of an entrepreneur?
I think fear is something that is a necessity in many cases, because it is the thing that will often make or break you, in a sense. For everything that we face, every negative, every single setback we perceive it as a negative, but I don't really think it is. I think it's just the thing that was placed for you to get to the next level.
That's so brilliant, and I completely agree with you. That's incredible. You've received countless awards and recognitions, but there's one in particular that I'd love to talk about. This is you backstage with the former First Lady, Michelle Obama. You are at the BET Black Girls Rock. Tell me about that event.
That was definitely one of my favorite experiences, mostly because actually meeting First Lady Michelle Obama was actually a surprise to us Mad Girls, which were the MAD girls, the award winners there. I always had this feeling like I was going to meet First Lady at some point. I just knew it. There was just kind of this understanding that this is where I was supposed to be, and this is what I was supposed to do. And it was just such an incredible experience for me to be there, and then to be able to represent myself, what I was doing, as well as, the work that I was how I was trying to pass on to other young people. It was just such an incredible experience to be there and to be able to express that, and then to also be able to experience something that I knew that I was going to experience at some point, which was meeting First Lady Michelle Obama. It was all around just one of the most memorable experiences of my life.
That's amazing. About a year ago, you started your podcast, UV Effect, which I love, by the way. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
In episode 38, you said something that really, really struck me. You said, "It is true that we are truly born with everything that we need. our purpose is born the moment that we are born. Why do you believe that about people?
I'm a kind of person that believes that everything, especially people, they have a purpose here. You know, things don't just happen by happenstance. I do believe that we are placed here. And so with that belief in mind, I wouldn't imagine that we're placed here without the tools that are necessary to survive, you know, and to make something of ourselves and to fulfill something. Because people on this earth, we do incredible things when we have the mind, when we have the strength, when we have, you know, the ability to tap into it. And it's not as if it's just only a few people that are able to do this. No, I think that anybody that is willing to do what it takes to do it can do it. That's so cool. That's awesome.
So for people that want to know more about you, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you can check me out. My website, GabrielleJordanInspires.com, has everything you need to know about me. So my social media, my book, my jewelry. You can check JulesofJordan.com, and that's Jules with a Z of Jordan.com to check out the jewelry. But if you want to find my links and socials, all of that will be on GabrielleJordanInspires.com and JulesofJordan.com.
Amazing. Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you very much. I'm excited.
Thank you.
For having me.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the show. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you'd like to keep up with us, don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on our social media at JuniorityTV. Until next time, lots of love.